Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Caroline's Motivational Television. Today we're going to be addressing an issue that is penetrating the Cameroonian community. If care is not taken, we are going to find ourselves in a critical point where we will not even be able to handle this. And the only way that we can address this is if everybody gets their hands on deck. Because at this point, we don't know where this is coming from. We can have so many different reasons to justify why these things are happening, but the bottom line is it has to stop, because there were times that we used to live without these kind of stories. There were times that we lived and managed situations without getting to this point today. It is very critical because we are losing more lives. And sometimes when you look at the reason why this is happening, you will not even find a tangible reason why. People have stopped listening to each other. People have stopped talking. People have stopped communicating. People have stopped seeking advice from elders. The issue of killing within the Cameroonian community. Where? What is it with knives, weapons, guns, mortar pistol, whatever, stick, anything? How has it suddenly become so easy for people to hit and kill people? That is the million-dollar question that I do not seem to understand. And it is growing and growing and growing. The other one is just recent again, in the way I'm hearing that a man fights with a woman, has been promising that woman, I will kill you, I will kill you, I will kill you, I will kill you, I will kill you. Finally, killed that wife. And you know now, the usual thing is, well, it's just empty threat. It's empty threat. He can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Somebody is reminding you every day, I'm going to kill you. You can't do it. You can't do it. And then the worst part of the whole thing is that do you even think that justice is going to prevail? Because for people who have money, they're going to kill the case right there and there. And an innocent woman, poor family, they've lost their daughter, they've lost their child, lost mother. Case closed. No justice. End of story. What has become of our community? It is increasing at a rate such that we need to address it and put a stop to it. I mean, it's not going to stop in one day, but the only way we can do this, the only way we can address it, is by starting to talk about it. What is this big reason that all of a sudden we are beginning to be so comfortable with weapons? It has become so comfortable. Students are using knives, weapons on other students, on other teachers. Wives are using knives or other weapons on their husbands, or husbands are using weapons on their wives, or on children, or on their kids, or other people's kids, or friends on friends. It saddens me that mental health issues are still a stigma within our community. It is very difficult for somebody to accept that they are going through some mental problems. So they hide it within them. It is embedded within them. They prefer to keep it than to say it or tell somebody else, because of all the other things. You're worried that when you take your business to a community leader, it's going to be out there all over the place. As soon as one person hears about it, it is on social media everywhere. So people are now embedding all this trauma and suffering within them for fear that they don't want people to laugh at them. We need to know that it is no longer a thing of shame. If you find yourself in a difficult situation, look around you, find somebody, one person that you can talk to, confide in them. I am tempted to say you can look at your church leaders to do this, but the churches also nowadays, they are a sham. You cannot trust any of those because church nowadays is not even focused on people's problems, it's focused on money. So it's really, really a big issue affecting our community. But there is help. All I can say in this is that mental health issues are real within our community. However, it saddens me that we are still not conscious of that fact. We're still in denial of the fact that it really does exist. It even saddens me more because there are lack of services to deal with mental health issues within our community. Communities are no longer cooperating to deal with issues like this because there are so many clauses attached to it. The stories are just so many nowadays, such that we need to start talking. And when I say start talking, we're not going to go to any kind of school to learn about how to manage all these kind of issues. It starts from within and it starts from the home. Whatever it takes, we have to start from somewhere because honestly, the way it is happening, it is at a speed that Speedy Gonzalez is no longer fast. Usain Bolt is no longer fast. It feels like every single day when you log onto Facebook or the internet or any social media platform, you see somebody has killed somebody somewhere. My age and above, you can attest to the fact that in those days, parents, the ratio of killings, it was very rare. I cannot, at my age, I'm 40 plus, I cannot remember any time that I ever heard that a husband killed a wife killed a husband, or anything of that sort. Divorce was very, very rare. Not that it did not happen, but the rate at which it happened was very, 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 very slim. So we have to ask questions. Why was it like that in those days? What were they doing in those days that kept families together, that kept couples together, that kept people together in unity? Is it something that they did in those days that we're not doing today? We will say, well, those days were primitive days. We had no communication platforms, no television, no telephones. So it was hard for you to hear these things if they happened in other places. The existence of social media, in as much as it came with so many benefits, the disadvantages are also huge. Because I have a conviction, I have a strong belief that some of these bad habits are picked up from social media. Let's look at the spousal abuse part of all this drama. Back in the days when parents had problems, it was very easy to call in family members. Dialogue. The couple talk about it. They call family members were their therapy, or community leaders were their source of therapy. Today we call it counseling. Community leaders. And they were genuine in the way they settled issues. They will listen, they will digest it and look at it at the standpoint of both parties involved and come to an agreement. And it was so easy to judge those cases. Oh, nowadays, I don't know if it's because um, families nowadays, both parties are breadwinners of the family. Mom is working, dad is working, so everybody all of a sudden voices are being raised. Oh, what can you tell me? I now make an income like you. I don't know if that's the reason, but communication for now is broken. There's lack of communication within relationships. And then people are even scared of taking their problems to their family members or community leaders because guess what? With all this social media right now, whatever you say out there, instead of people listening to solve those problems, they are taking pictures and taking videos to flash it out there so that your whole business is outside. So how do you even have confidence in somebody to take your problems to them so that you can sit and talk just like we used to do, just like our parents used to do in those days? The community leaders. Now it's a different ball game. Do we now prefer to go pay for services to in order to get these? What is going on? It is worse in places like America where majority of the couples there or majority of the women or wives there are nurses. For some reason, I don't know what is behind this nursing issue, but it seems as if every single woman who was murdered by the spouse in America, she was a nurse. So all of a sudden, it's like the nursing profession is a taboo. I don't get it. A spouse supports the wife, sends them to school, they go to school, graduate, comes back, starts working as a nurse, just like they wanted, just like they dreamt of. And all of a sudden it becomes a problem. I can't work long hours anymore. I can't go to work anymore. Or because this is a two-way thing. It's no longer just the husband abusing the wife or killing wife because wife is no longer there. The other way around. Maybe that cap also is there. I am making so much income, so to hell with you. And attitude changes. Is it that? Because I don't get it anymore. I mean, there are beautiful couples that I know who are nurses and their homes are beautiful, they're happy. Maybe we need to start communicating with these people to see how they're managing their homes because the killing of these partners, it's just beginning to be too much. Put the nurses aside. Children are getting involved as well. I do not understand how. I don't know. Some communities, when they travel to the new places wherever they're going. They travel with their culture. They take the culture with them to wherever they're going. But I feel like they take their culture with them to wherever they are relocating to. But I just feel like with us, with my community, we leave our culture behind and just choose to emulate a brand new culture, thereby forgetting our culture. And by so doing, we start misbehaving and treating each other like garbage. Hello? Who forgets their home? Who forgets where they come from? Who forgets their upbringing? Because whatever that culture that you're trying so hard to forget is, that is what brought you up. That is what made you who you are. That is what even gave you that ambition to move to where you are today. Whatever the challenges were, if they were not successful challenges, if it was because of hardship, it is still part of your culture. And that is what pushed you to where you are today. And to use that against your own spouse or your family member, because children are beginning to kill their parents too. Those parents who sacrifice so much to travel thousands of kilometers away to give you a better life, good upbringing. end up ending their lives because of greed or whatever reason, or because of the laws that you feel like is on your side. Oh, people, there's trouble in the Cameroonian community. I don't understand how it is so easy for somebody to kill another person. Somebody that you sleep with on the same bed every single day. You will pick up a knife and without even a second thought, even if it's anger, you use anger. There is something called walk away. If you cannot really handle the pressure at that time and you feel like you need to tear somebody up, you know the best thing to do? Run out, walk away. Because at that time, I am guaranteeing you that you are saving yourself from a big problem. Run away. Run away from that environment and save yourself the trouble. The killing is beginning to be too much. Those days when parents, when couples get married, there was nothing like, well, let's sign prenup. You own this, I own that, whatever. Part of these problems, part of the problems that are happening today is because it's like I prepare for divorce before I even get married. Yeah. I am preparing for divorce before I even get married. So I'm getting married to you, Caroline, but I want you to know this. We're going to sign a document that my property doesn't belong to you. The house that I built before I married you doesn't belong to you. And blah, 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 blah. Where, when my parents were growing up, a woman leaves their home and comes to the husband. Whatever the husband owns, it's the wife's. Today, it's something different. So tell me how there will not be killings. What still now that we have insurance policies? People just look at insurance policies and like, oh, okay. If I murder this person, I'm going to own this big house. I will not be under anybody's control. I own the house, I own the car, I own all the properties. So it's so easy. Well, let me just do it. Let me just do it. Nothing hides under the sun. You can do it today. You will not be caught today. You will be caught tomorrow. You cannot hide forever. My goodness. I thought when people get married for love. Now it's like people get married to make money. People get married for opportunities. You look and watch and see what somebody has before you get married. It's funny. You get into marriage, it's like, this is mine, this is yours. Let's get married. How does that sound? That is already the beginning of trouble. You're divorcing before you even get married. This was not in our community, and we have now grown up, we've left our communities or our traditions, we've gone to new places, and we're now emulating those things that do not match with our traditions. How did our parents make it? They had none of these things. But you know what? It's because they came with their full minds, with no conditions attached. That is why. That is why. When you think of these men who send their wives to do nursing and they start earning more money, I feel like, isn't that a blessing to the family when the woman starts working and making more money? Now, this question is for both parties, the wives and the husbands. For the wife, you're now making more money, which means family grows, because that is in the beginning, that's why your husband sent you to go do the nursing, to bring more income to the family, because that's what makes money. And then you go, complete, come back, start working, grow horns, which results in not listening to your husband, working long hours, no more doing your house and your wife duties, and then the husband as well. You sent your wife to school to study nursing because you knew that she was going to be bringing in income. You knew that the income was going to be more than yours. So why now the inferiority complex that the wife is making more money, or the wife is not there because the wife is working? You knew that the duties of a nurse is 24 hours. They are 24 hours on call. They can leave home anytime to go to work when they are needed. Why all of a sudden has it become a problem? Like you did not know that this is how it will be? Why? Why do we like to complicate things like this? It's like, I don't have this, let me try and have it. Once you have it, new problem starts. Are we ever satisfied with what we have? Ever? I don't get it. And like it's like when the women to start making more money, it's like, okay, now I make more money in this home. I'm the boss. Whoever told you that? Did your culture ever tell you that? Have you all of a sudden forgotten that your culture states that the man is the head of the family? Did they say whoever made more income is the head of the family? It did not say that. It stated the man is the head of the family, not that whoever made more income is the head of the family. So now all of a sudden, because you're working and you're earning more money, you start disrespecting your husband who is supposed to be the head of the family. Oh, why should you tell me to do that? I am the boss of this house. I make more money. I feed you. I pay you. I pay your bills. I pay this. Where? Marriage is a union now. Marriage is a union. It's supposed to be one mouth. Not I do this, you do that. I own this, you own that. Isn't it supposed to be your property and not he, she property? Or not yours, mine property? We need to adjust. Adjust. The killings in our community is fast growing. It don't do. I read about this story just a few weeks ago. A struggling boy who left Cameroon went to Dubai. I don't know if it's that he looked for a job, couldn't find a job, decided to start doing money transfer business. It's genuine, that's okay. Maybe it was his side business, but he was doing money transfer. So you want to send money back home in your country, you go to him, he does the transaction, and you pay. And his friends realized that he was making a lot of money from that. Where, if you see the way they brutalized this guy, attacked and killed this guy, whatever the reason is, even if it's not because they wanted to take that money from him, but hello, like seriously, just yesterday the other one traveled all the way. Oh my God. You're looking for greener pastures, you're looking for places that people also struggle in life. This guy went to Bahrain. I guess, when somebody tells you that I want to follow a line, there is a line for you to go somewhere. It's like nowadays, kids just have that ambition, or just have that anxiousness to get on a plane. It doesn't matter where they're going to, but I just want to be on the plane. Take me to anywhere I want to go. These guys, somebody told them, well, I don't know. This is always the story. I have a line to follow for you to go here. And guess what? This is a standard language. We will take care of your flight. We will take care of your job. Once you arrive, you have a place to stay. You have a job to go to the very next day. This is your bill. You pay the bill. They follow your visa, pay your flight. Or they may say there's no flight involved, but whatever money you pay, your visa fee is there. You have accommodation. You have a job waiting for you. And as soon as you land at the airport, you will not even find anybody to pick you up from there. You've already paid that money. It's gone. And when you start struggling and realize that there is no place for you to stay, there is no job for you to go to the next morning, mental health starts kicking in. Confusion, drama. And this one just traveled. It's not even up to a week. I guess they must have promised him all these things, and he went. There's nothing to stay, just because of a place to sleep. Argument arose because of a place to sleep. One person stabs the other, so kills two people, killed himself. A few weeks back, another man kills a girlfriend, slices her like Eru. Slice her, shuang, 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 like Eru for Kumba Market. Shuang, 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 shuang. Put them inside bag, dumped it in garbage bin, and then hung himself. Mental health is real. Seek it in the right places. There is help. Mental health is real. It is affecting a lot of families. Action is needed, and it starts from you. Start with yourself, shift it to your family, address it, and then maybe with that, we can pick it one, 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 one. Awareness is missing. We are still in the denial phase. We are still not believing that mental health does exist. Because I see even in the streets, sometimes you see somebody walking and they're half naked and they say, "See, Chris, man, that's a madman, that's a madman." Madness is a mental issue. And with medications, people do manage it properly. Again, I always say, people have phones have internet. There's a lot of services that you can get from there, not just fake news, or just reading garbage. Seek help. Mental health is real. Thank you for watching. And please, if you haven't done so yet, now is the opportunity for you to like and share my video with friends.